Okay, so this is the first track guide of Season 2, Adrenaline Racing Community's flagship league. We are in the Group 3 BMW M6. I'm going to begin the hot lap, obviously, by taking the final corner as wide and as fast as possible to maximize our speed down the very long straight before what I will call Turn 1. This ain't a corner, but we do want to keep it tight to the apex, run across the curbs. Brake marker is probably a car's length before the rumble strips beginning on your right. You want to trail brake towards the first left-hander of the chicane, clipping the curb, picking up about half throttle, clipping the curb again on the right-hand side part of the chicane. As soon as the wheels are straight, you want to be getting up to full throttle, using all of the road to minimize any oversteer moments. Next corner is flat out. Start as far left as you possibly can. Take a lot of the curb and run it all the way wide. The brake marker for turn 5 is probably 2 or 3 car lengths away from where the grass ends. Trail braking towards the curb, taking a lot of the curb and up to power as soon as you possibly can, using all the curb on exit and managing that oversteer. Brake marker for what I'm going to call turn 6 is that orange barrier on the left as it disappears from view. Half brake, releasing it as you come towards the apex. Now it's really important to get the line right through here. As soon as you're up to full throttle, you do not want to be releasing it. You want to be building the speed all the way through these sequence of corners. You can cut this one, you're not going to get a penalty, it does unsettle the car, but you're going to run it wide all the way up to the curb on the right hand side. Brake marker for what I'm going to call turn 9 is about halfway between the 150 and the 100 board. It's a heavy braking zone and I like to stay on the track. You're going to trail brake towards the apex, get the car turned as early as possible, pick up the throttle, managing that oversteer, and as soon as you're not going to spin, get it up to full throttle, running it all the way wide. Corners before the bus stop are flat out. I'm using the curbs on the right hand side here to tell me when I need to lift. It's a little lift in the BMW, and you really got to be brave, being as tight as you can to both inside walls. The final corner, braking just before the 100 board. Heavy braking, trail braking towards the apex. The apex is a late apex. You're going to want to get up to power as soon as possible. No oversteer because that's going to hurt your speed down the final straight. Running it all the way wide. You can take as much curb there as you possibly can without getting a penalty and crossing the line. Okay, so let's put that into a lap and see what it looks like. Starting the hot lap as wide as possible, maximizing our speed down the very long straight. And again, it's really easy to be overthinking this as you're approaching your first brake reference. You don't want to overdo it. So we're going to spot our brake marker now. Heavy braking, trail braking towards the apex, picking up the throttle as early as possible on the exit of the chicane, managing the oversteer. Keep left for the corner entry into turn 5, taking as much curb as you can. The car will naturally move over to the left hand side. Trail braking towards the curb, taking as much as you can, getting to power as early as possible, managing that oversteer. Next braking zone is a small braking zone. It's really to set the car up for this sequence of corners, but again, as soon as you put your foot to the throttle, you want to be keeping it planted all the way through this sequence of corners. Any lifts are going to affect what speed you're getting at down this straight. Heavy braking for this right-hander, trail braking towards apex, managing the oversteer on throttle application. Now it's only the bus stop chicane to go. Don't panic if you're seeing purple sector times here. Lift in the BM just to get it through the chicanes without hitting the wall. Being brave. Closing your eyes if you have to. Final corner. Spotting the braking zone. Trail braking towards the apex. Getting up to power without any oversteer. And then making a dive for the line. Not the cleanest of laps. As you'll see when I cross the line now, potential is a lot quicker than what I posted.